All right, guys, today is our last video. This lesson is going to be how can we use matrix division with real-world problems. Now, real-world problems sounds a lot like, dun dun dun, our favorite thing to do, word problems. Love word problems. Now, I know you're probably cringing, but it's not that bad. Matrices are a great and efficient way to solve for things as long as we can organize our information. So I'm going to go through two problems with you. The first one's going to be very straightforward. The second one is going to be a little tricky, nothing crazy. And then I have some additional problems for you to try on your own. And you honestly can use matrices now with any system of equations to solve for missing variables. It's really wonderful as long as you can organize them into systems with the equal sign and the variables lined up. You can use matrices from now on, which will make your life easier. All right, so it's a three little step process. First, we're going to identify our variables. It's always important to organize your information starting with your variables. Then we're going to create our system of equations, make sure our variables are lined up, equal sign, and constant, so we can get our three matrices, A, X, and B. Then we're going to use our matrices to solve for the missing variables. All right, without further ado, let's put this into action. Number one, Franklin went to the Knight's Cafe and got 2 hot fries, 1 bag of Doritos, and 2 Powerades for $8.85. Mercedes got 4 bags of hot fries and 3 bags of Doritos for $9.55. And Richard spent $15.95 on 3 bags of hot fries, 2 bags of Doritos, and 4 bottles of Powerade. How much does each item cost? So we're actually going to start at the very end here. How much does each item cost? The question actually helps you in determining what your variables are going to be. So we're talking about these items, and there's 3 of them. Hot fries, Doritos, and Powerades. So since I have 3 items, I need 3 variables. I'm just going to pick X, Y, and Z. Honestly, you can pick anything you want to, but I'm going to pick X, Y, and Z because they use those a lot. So X is going to be hot fries for me. I guess I should have capitalized that. Y is going to be Doritos. It's going to bother me. And Z is going to be my Powerades. I always put S in it, I don't know why. All right, so we're going to break it down. We've identified our variable. Check 1, done. The second thing we're going to do now is create our system of equations. So we're going to start at the very beginning now. Franklin. So Franklin's situation is 2 hot fries are X, 1 bag of Doritos are Y, and 2 Powerades are Z. And they totaled $8.85. So 2X plus 1Y plus 2Z equals $8.85. That's Franklin. All right, so now I'm going to bump on over to Mercedes. Mercedes got 4 bags of hot fries, 3 bags of Doritos, and that was $9.55. You're noticing something, hopefully, that I'm noticing. There's no Z because she didn't buy any Powerades. So it's not that bad of an equation. 4X plus 3Y. You could put plus 0Z, but it will look like Oz. So I'm just going to skip over Z and line up the equal sign. Organization is key. Nice and ordered. Equals $9.55. Now we're going to go to my main man, Richard. Richard spent they tried to trick us by putting the total up front, but we are not easily tricked. $15.95 is the constant. 3 bags of hot fries, so 3X. 2 bags of Dorito. 4 Powerades. So 3X. 2Y. 4Z. And step 2 is done. Create your system of equations. So finally, we're going to move on to converting this to matrices. This you did in Algebra 1 a long time ago. Now we're just going to translate it to pre-calculus by using these pieces of information to get us. Remember, we need a coefficient matrix, a variable matrix, and our constant matrix. Constant's easy. I always like to do that one first because it's really not that bad. It's just all of your totals. So 885. Please double and triple check your answers or numbers just to make sure they're correct, because if you are not putting the right numbers down, one little error will cost you all the accuracy points. Variable matrix is tiny. It's a nice little column. And coefficient is the big guy. So let's go through. Franklin's coefficients are 2, 1, 2. Mercedes is going to be 4, 3, and what should I put here? If there's nothing there, a 0. And finally, Richard, 3, 2, 4. Hi guys, by the way. My variables are X, Y, Z. I have just taken Algebra 1 and made it into pre-calculus. Yeah. This right here is going to be A. This right here is X. This is B. X equals A inverse, B. Go to our calculator. So at this point, we go to Desmos, hey friend, and we're going to type in a new matrix. A is, not a 2 by 2. Oops, I accidentally did that. If that happens, I can hit X, it gets rid of it, and I go and I change it to the size that it is. So A is 2, 1, 2, 4, 3, 0. 3, 2, 4. Check, double, triple, just to make sure. Enter. Now I'm going to do a new matrix, and let me move it over here. B is a 3 by 1. So go here to 1, 885, 955, 1595, and I triple, double, triple, triple. There we go. A is that guy? Yeah. Inverse, yes, it has an inverse, so I do have an answer. B, here is my answer. 175, 85, 225. 175, 85, 225. Let me just double check that. 175, 85, 225. You can't check it enough to make sure you're doing it right. There's the cost for hot fries. There's the cost for Doritos. And there's the cost for my Powerades right there. In Algebra 1, this problem would have taken us a long time to do. If it was 2 variables, we could graph it, we could do substitution, we could do elimination. This is 3 variables, which would have been a lot of work. It probably would have taken up an entire page. As long as I am organized, coefficients, variables, constant, X is going to equal A inverse B all the time. I love matrices. They simplify life. All right, so we're going to do one more. And like I said, I don't want to throw you off by saying this is a little tricky, but it's a little bit of thinking for this one. A sporting goods store receives a shipment of 124 golf bags. The shipment has 2 types of bags. I have full-size bags and collapsible. The full-size bags cost $38.50 each. That's a good word in math. That means multiplying per each every. That's when variables pop up. The collapsible bags cost $22.50 each. The bill for the shipment is $3,558. How many of each type of golf bag are in the shipment? Okay, so the question is going to lead to the variables, and I kind of cheated a little bit because I already underlined the 2 kinds or 2 types. So the question says how many of each type. That question is leading me to the variables. I have full and collapsible, so X and Y. X I'm going to say is full size, and Y I'm going to say is collapsible size. Okay? So Now is where I'm saying the tricky part is going to be. A sporting goods store receives a shipment of 124. It's kind of a large number to total. The other numbers that I see are here, here, and here, and they all have money, so they kind of belong in the same equation. So 124 is the number of X and Y that I received. It's the total number of bags. Now, there's one equation. I need two equations because I have two variables. I'm going to put the money one. 3850 goes with full, so that's going to go with X. So 3850, X is my first one, and 2250, Y is my second one. My equal sign should line up the best I can, and my total is $3,558. Now that I have it nice and organized, I have to get my coefficient matrix, my variable matrix, and my constant matrix. Variables are 1, 1 for the first row, 3850, 2250 for my second row. X and Y are my variables, 124 and 3,558 here. This is where the magic happens. Matrix A, matrix X, matrix B. X will be A inverse B. Turn to the calculator. I'm telling you, once you master matrices, you're like, oh, these are great. Systems will always be easy now. Well, I hope. All right, so I'm going to clear this out, and I'm going to bring a new matrix into town, A. A is a 2 by 2. Let's add it. A is 1, 1, 38, 50, 22, 50. Boom. New matrix, B, is a 2 by 1. Let's add that. And it's 124. Oops, messed up, Miss Frybush. You said, welcome to our life. All this technology. 3558. Double, triple check your answers. We are ready. A inverse. It exists, so that's good. B. Here we go. 48 and 76 are the number of golf bags. 48. Oops. And 76. These two numbers add to 124, and when multiplied by their money, add to this grand total. So, word problems are not as terrible as you think. It just comes down to organizing your information. Now, there's some extra resources for you guys to practice these, and don't forget to come to my Zoom on Wednesday, even if you just want to check in and make sure everything's okay. I hope you all are well, and I'll see you next time.